Hello guys, in this video we are going to discuss the solution of the problem swapping pairs make sum equal. So let us look at the problem statement. The problem statement says that given two arrays of integer a and b of size n and m, the task is to check if a pair of values exist such that swapping the elements of pair will make the sum of two arrays equal. So let us try to understand the problem statement with the help of an example. So let us say the array which is given to us is this and the bth array is this. Now as you can see, the sum of array A is equals to 11 and the sum of array B is equals to 50. Now if you want the sum of array A and B to be equal, then that can be done by swapping 1 and 3. So what we are going to do is we are going to take the element 3, so this element 3 from array B, and we can put it in array A. Similarly, we can take element 1 from the array A and we can put it over here. And after doing so, the array A will look something like this and array B will look something like this. And now if we calculate the sum of the arrays, then the sum of the array is 4 plus 3 plus 2, 13, and sum of array B is also 13. So if this is possible, if by swapping one pair of element, if we are able to make the array equal, then in such case we are supposed to return 1. And if there isn't exist any such pair, then in such cases we need to return -1. So that's about the problem statement, folks. Now let us discuss the solution of this problem. So let us say the two arrays are given to us, A and B, and the sum of array A is stored in a variable sum of A and the sum of array B is stored in a variable sum of B. Now our task is to make sum of A equals to sum of B, and we can make these two arrays, the sum of these two arrays, equal by swapping an element from array A and from array B. So let us say the element which is being swapped from array A is X and the element which is being swapped from array B is Y. So since X is now getting deducted from array A, so minus of X, and Y is getting added to the array A, so because of which the new sum will be given by this. Similarly, since Y is getting deducted from array B, so minus Y, and since X is being added to array B, so plus X. And in this way, if there exist X and Y, then the sum can be made equal in this form. Now let us rearrange our equation. So from here what we can obtain is X minus Y is equals to sum of A minus sum of B divided by 2. So now our problem has been reduced to another problem, which is to find a pair X and Y where X belongs to array A and Y belongs to array B, such that X minus Y is equals to sum of A minus sum of B divided by 2. So this is what we need to find out. Now let us see how we will be able to find X and Y optimally. So in order to do so, let us take some examples. So let us say our array A is this and array B is this. Now as we know, the sum of array A is 11 and the sum of array B is 50. Now as per our equation, what we want to find out is X minus 1, which is equals to sum of A minus sum of B divided by 2, which simply means X and Y is equals to minus 4 divided by 2, which simply means X and Y is equals to minus 2. So we want to find a pair X and Y such that the difference between these two pairs is minus 2. Now in order to find this optimally, what we do is we are going to sort array A and we are going to sort array B. So after sorting array A and B, array A will look something like this and array B will look something like this. Now in order to find the pair X and Y, what we are going to do is we are going to have a pointer set to the beginning of the array A and another pointer which is being set to the beginning of array B. Let us say this pointer is j and this pointer is I. So essentially I is equals to 0 and j is equals to 0. And then we are going to iterate on all the elements of array A and B. At the ith and jth element, we are going to compute the difference between AI and bj. Here, the difference is 1 minus 3, which is equals to minus 2. So after computing the difference, AI minus bj, the difference we obtain is minus 2. And this is the difference we wanted to achieve, which is x minus y equals to minus 2. Since we are able to find such a pair, so for this case, we are going to return 1. Let's take few more examples in order to understand the concept completely. So let's take another example. So let us say array A is this, array B is this, the sum of array A is 10 and the sum of array B is 12. Now, as per our equation, x minus y is equals to 10 minus 12 divided by 2, which simply means x minus y equals to minus 1. Now, in order to find a pair such that the difference between the pair is minus 1, what we will do is we are going to sort array A. So, after sorting array A, the array A looks something like this. Similarly, we are going to sort array B also. So, after sorting, array B looks something like this. Now, we will have our ith and jth pointer. So, I equals to 0 and j is equals to 0. Now we are going to compute the difference. So the difference between the 0th element of A and 0th element of B is 1 minus 3, which is equals to minus 2, and minus 2 is not the target, right? So the target is minus 1. Now since the difference is not equals to target, then there exists a question, which pointer should be incremented? Well, here in this particular case, we are going to check whether the difference is greater than target. If the difference is greater than target, and remember the difference is essentially AI minus bj. Now, since the difference is greater than target, then that simply means we want to reduce difference. And the way we will be able to reduce difference is by increasing bj, by increasing the value of bj. Now, since the array is sorted, so we know that the j plus 1th element will be greater than or equals to bjth element, because of which in this particular case we are going to increase j by 1. If in the case difference is less than target, in such case we want to maximize the difference, because of which we are going to increase the ith. Now let us apply this logic over here. So our difference is minus 2 and our target is minus 1. Since our difference is less than target, because of which we are going to increase our ith pointer. So the ith pointer will become 1. Now again we are going to compute the difference. So let me represent it also. So the ith pointer is here and the jth pointer is here. Again let us compute the difference. So again the difference is the same, which is minus 2. So we are going to increase the ith pointer. So now the ith pointer points to second element, which is this element. Now let us compute the difference. So 2 minus 3 is equals to minus 1. So we were able to get to our target, which is minus 1. So in this case we are going to return 1. And let us say we have, in this way, if we have exhausted all the elements and we are not able to find a pair such that the difference between the pair is equals to target, in such case we are going to return minus 1. So that's the whole idea, folks. Now let us discuss the pseudocode for this problem. So let us say we want to make sum equal, and array A is given to us, array B is given to us, size of array A is n and the size of array B is m. Now the first thing which we are going to do is we are going to sort array A and we are going to sort array B. After sorting array A and B, we are going to compute the sum of array A and B. So let us compute that. So the sum of array A, let us say we are keeping it in a variable sum A, and the sum of array B, we are keeping it in a variable sum B. After doing so, we are going to calculate our target. So target is equals to sum of A minus sum of B divided by 2. Now there is one more check. Let us say that sum of A minus sum of B, let me just write it down. If sum of A minus sum of B modulo 2 is not equals to 0. In such case, we are going to return minus 1. This is because if sum of A minus sum of B is not an even number, then the target will be a fraction. And that fraction simply means that there isn't exist a pair by swapping which we will be able to make the sum of arrays A and B equal, because of which we are returning minus 1. Otherwise, we are going to take two variables I and j. So we are going to set I equals to 0 and j is equals to 0. And then we are going to iterate on the elements of array A and B. So while I is less than n and j is less than m. Now, the first thing which we are going to check is if AI minus bj equals to target. If we are able to get to our target, then we are going to simply go ahead and return 1 from here. Otherwise, we are going to check the difference between the two elements with respect to target. If the difference is greater than target, then in such case, the jth element will be increased by 1. Otherwise, the ith element will be increased by 1. And let us say if the while loop ends and we are not able to find a pair, in such case we are going to return minus 1. So that's the pseudocode, folks. Now let us see how we have implemented this in Python. So the Python implementation is pretty much the same as what we have discussed in our pseudocode. So we'll take two arrays and we are going to sort those two arrays. Then we are going to compute the sum of those two arrays. If the difference between these two arrays is not an even number, then we are going to return minus 1. Otherwise, we are going to calculate our target, which is equals to sum of A minus sum of B divided by 2. And then we have two variables I and j, which we are initially setting it to the beginning of these two arrays. And then we are going to iterate on these arrays. If the difference between ith and jth element of array A and B is equals to target, then we are going to return 1. Otherwise, jth and or ith pointer will be increased appropriately. And if towards the end we are not able to find such a pair, then we are going to return minus 1. So that's the code, folks. Now let us submit our solution. So our solution got accepted. That is all from this video, folks. In case if you have any question or comment regarding this video, please feel free to use the comment section and I'll try to address them. Thank you.